Tonight, a group calling for accountability and the removal of certain officers. And if no action is taken, they want the district attorney out. Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Steve Price.
And I'm Alicia Summers. Victims, families, and supporters of racial justice said they want District Attorney Summer Stephan to prosecute those cases or resign. News 8's Heather Hope has the details and a response from the DA's office.
Yes, Alicia and Steve, we heard heartfelt remarks from family members of victims they say who lost their lives at the hands of police and that those cases went unprosecuted. Today, they're calling for justice and for accountability from the San Diego County District Attorney.
All of us have had the system fail us in this building.
Upset and calling out San Diego County's top attorney.
Demand that Summer Stephan prosecute rogue officers or simply resign.
Supporters of the Racial Justice Coalition of San Diego rallied outside the steps of the Hall of Justice downtown, demanding justice for loved ones they say were shot and killed at the hands of law enforcement.
When my brother got killed, I learned a lot.
Victims' families came with detailed signs and accounts of wrongdoing they say they experienced, and they don't feel the DA acted in fairness.
And they don't get charged.
To honor the lives of loved ones wronged by the criminal justice system, the group held a moment of silence. The rally called for ending racial discrimination.
We got to continue in that spirit of that love has no borders. But when people are wrong, like the DA, like the sheriff, like the racism that we see in the system, we got to stand up to it.
In light of recent encounters with San Diego police officers where arrests turned violent, such as one this week involving Jesse Evans, who says he was tackled, pinned down, and punched by police for attempting to urinate outside.
I hope I'm the last victim of such nonsense to me.
Police officers should not be judge and jury.
The group also called on unity for Palestine and Israel.
We all deserve health. We all deserve safety.
The rally cry was to prosecute all non-law-abiding officers.
When I see the police and the way that they operate now, I see the same thing in the way that I used to operate when I was a gang member.
In response to today, the San Diego County District Attorney's Office emailed, "We do not have a statement or comment for attribution." Demonstrators stood united, demanding change.
All of us! All of us!
The Racial Justice Coalition put out a flyer called Prosecute or Resign to District Attorney Summer Stephan. They even linked a CBS8.com article describing officer-involved shootings. Heather Hope, News 8.
Heather, thank you. U.S. Border Patrol agents shot and killed a man after a pursuit through Campo. Happened just before 10:30 last night. Agents started chasing a car with 3 men inside. The pursuit ended in a parking lot at State Route 94 and Buckman Springs. Officials say there was a confrontation which led to agents firing their guns and shooting the driver. No agents were hurt during that incident. The Sheriff's Homicide Department is now investigating that shooting. First responders say a speeding driver crashed into a house in El Cajon, causing major damage. Firefighters say that driver missed a turn, went down an embankment, and crashed into a garage of a house on Vista Sierra Drive. Happened last night. He was trapped inside his car, had to be rescued. He was taken to the hospital. We're told his injuries serious. A county inspector now evaluating that building for damage.
It was a cool day, but that didn't stop several small brush fires from breaking out in the South Bay. But crews made quick work of a fire that burned about an acre south of the 905. No injuries or structural damage was reported. And in the East County, a fire burned over in Hillside in Flynn Springs. This was near the Chanteau Drive and Flynn Springs Road. CAL FIRE and other crews stopped the spread at 3 acres. Like no other fire, no major issues.
Well, the California Wolf Center in Julian is an animal lover's hidden gem where people and animals alike go for a little tranquility.
Yeah, but the grassy area in the mountains can quickly become a threat during fire season. News 8's Allison Royal shares how the facility is getting a head start on wildfire preparation and how it could help save your house as well.
Wildfires are a pain that we're used to here in Southern California, especially in dry parts of our county like Julian here. But what if there was a way to get ahead of fires months before they're even here?
East County is no stranger to wildfires, like the one Shawnee Williams said she narrowly escaped years ago.
I thought, this is it. I thought, oh well, this is it.
It was here at the California Wolf Center in Julian, which is home to about 3 dozen Mexican gray and North American gray wolves.
These animals are caged. They could outrun a fire in nature, but not caged. So we have to do what we can to keep them safe.
When there are high winds, the last thing you want are flying embers near dry vegetation, like here in Julian.
These freaking fires burn all summer long.
That sparked an idea for Steve Conboy, the president and CEO of the Mighty Firebreakers. He is spraying the property's structures and enclosures, like this deck, with a fire inhibitor.
The chemistry breaks the free radical chain in the fire, and anything you disturb in the fire triangle is going to eliminate the fire's ability to advance.
It's unique in that you spray this defensive inhibitor long before a fire. While you cannot 100% prevent the threat of fires, Conboy says his product is a step in the right direction.
You don't have to live in the anxiety and move out of California because we live in such wildfire territories if you become proactive.
Proactive enough to maybe even save lives.
It would save the wolves, save people that were here. You can't put a value or words to that. It's beyond anything I could ever describe.
Williams says that the Mighty Firebreakers volunteered their time on Saturday to spray the inhibitor free of charge. Allison Royal, News 8.
And the California Wolf Center is raising money to finish fireproofing the property up there. If you'd like to help, we've put the info on our website. Just go to cbs8.com. And man, when those fires come through, how many times have we seen a rush to get animals to safety?
I know, we've seen it way too many times. At least now we know what to do, and most of us are prepared.
And hopefully we won't even have a big fire for a long time.
Today was cooler, so that's good. It was a cooler than normal spring day, even some drizzles across the county. So what's in store for the rest of the weekend?
Let's check in with meteorologist Sean Stiles for a first look at your microclimate forecast. Man, wish we'd gotten a little more precipitation, Sean.
Well, Steve, Alicia, it looks like the possibility of that is definitely showing up over the next 24 to 36 hours. I feel like my crystal ball worked very well last Monday and Tuesday when we talked about the chance of this light drizzle, but we were hoping that this wind would not pick up. However, we do have this wind advisory in place until Monday. That is a problem, and as you can see from the coast all the way to the inland valleys, a pretty steady onshore flow. Some gusts even higher than that, but current winds are giving us anywhere from about 9 miles per hour in La Mesa, but 15 to 20 miles per hour up over the inland valleys and over the mountaintops. Julian at 23 miles per hour. What can we expect over the next, say, 3 days here? Steve, you like those raindrops there? Some little drizzle along the coastline, maybe even some light rain in the foothills, and certainly on the westerly facing slopes. We'll stay mostly cloudy tomorrow as this onshore flow is very dense, and then the low pressure that is moving through is enhancing it. We start to dry out and warm up a little bit by Monday and Tuesday, but temperatures, they are going to stay below average for the next at least 3 to 4 days. Steve and Alicia?
All right, Sean, thanks. A 96-year-old veteran is embarking on a cross-country motorcycle ride to honor Vietnam prisoners of war.
Vincent Speranza will lead a group of veterans across the country, stopping at memorials and historical landmarks to honor those who fought for our country. A ceremony was held at Mount Soledad this afternoon to kick off the Honor Ride 2021.
Today, we set out on a cross-country endeavor, visiting memorials and historical landmarks, spreading patriotism and honoring those who gave their lives for our freedom.
The effort will also raise awareness of a screenplay called Purple Foxes Unite, which features the stories of several veterans, including Coronado resident, World War II D-Day paratrooper Tom Rice.
He is one of those people I can talk to all day. Every time I go to an event and Tom Rice is there, I just want to chat with him forever.
Well, he has
so
a life experience, right? So he has story after story.
So awesome.
Very knowledgeable man. This weekend, the University of San Diego is bidding farewell to the class of 2020 and 2021, beginning today with its graduate programs.
And everyone here, whether you're enrolled in law school or whether you're a loved one of someone who was enrolled here, have endured much, and we've worked very hard, all of you, to be here today. So we deserve a day like today.
Look at that, graduation's in person, socially distanced, wearing masks, but hey, it's nice to see, right? Ceremonies continue tomorrow at Torero Stadium for USD's undergraduate programs. More than 3,000 students taking part after in-person commencements were canceled last year.